Ever feel like your feet are ready to dance, but arms are stuck in the noodles mode? Don't worry, you're not alone. A lot of people master steps of cha-cha, rumba, samba, jive, but when it comes to arm movement, it seems like arms have mind of their own, or no mind at all. Hello everyone, and welcome to Every Heart Can Dance. This is Kyryl, and this tutorial is about how to start moving arms to the simplest steps in Latin American dancing. So if you just started dancing, you learned some steps but don't know how to attach arms to it, this tutorial is for you. The most common challenge that people have is that they are moving arms too late, and because of that, as moving as an individual piece. The idea quite the opposite. We have to create a frame and allow arms to move from the frame and come back again to that frame. That's the key. So it's not about the arm, it's about the body. Now, there is absolutely a necessary condition for us, or a certain step we must do in order to make it work. Trust me now, believe me later. And it's all about creating a very robotic frame, which means what? I'm going to place my hands right against my belly button. I'm going to push it out like this. And even if I keep it, my elbows are pointing out. So it looks very, very robotic. Shoulders pressed. But now your arms and your body is one solid piece. That's the step number one. And it's absolutely necessary for technically almost any level we're doing. Even when we create more intricate arm movement, it will still work kind of from the same position. Okay? Now, as the next step from this, we need to do all the movements that you want to attach your arms with that frame, without moving your arms. So if you're doing New York, just go in New York with this frame. If you're doing hand-to-hand, just keep in the frame. If you're doing a spot turn, you still keep in that position exactly the same. So the idea is to move with the frame without losing it. Yeah? Now, I'll give you a little tip to make it a little bit easier and more fun. Don't think about the arm that you're tensing right here, just a solid pieces. Think about space that you create under. Like there's some piece of material draping down and you don't want it to drop. Yeah? So even if your frame slightly shifts, it's okay, as long as you're maintaining that elbows out and lots of volume right against your belly button or your sternum or lower part of the ribs. That's it. That's the main key. The next step is super easy as well. So that space and volume that we created, we must keep at all times. So even when I'm starting to move, let's say New York hand-to-hand, I'm starting to move that space and volume, and only after my arm moves from the elbow to finish. One more point to make, don't allow your arm to go behind your body. If you want your arm to move back more, you have to turn your body more. Yes, but at all times, we have to maintain that volume, that space. Remember, the arms that we move is to present ourselves, not just to allow the arm to move on their own. Yeah, so regardless of the movement, we will always have the space from which arm moves and from which it coming back. And of course, our movement from the elbow goes from that space and then finishing and coming back over again. Very simple. I'll give you an extra bonus, how to practice your arms moving from and within the frame. So we're going to start with the frame like this, both arms, feet apart. And all you do right now is just bend your elbow halfway, then lift your elbow from the shoulder and then just straighten it. Then you're going to come back the same way. Come back, elbow down. So elbow, shoulder, because shoulder joint, and then straight into the side. Again, coming back, elbow, shoulder, and elbow opening. Do you see that we're always coming back to the frame? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now I go just halfway, about halfway. Now I open to the side, shoulder still down, elbow goes. Coming back. So now you learn how to isolate and kind of play just with one joint at a time. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's first part. Second part, very easy. What do you do start? You start just moving your elbow to the side and straighten. In order to get it back, you're going to rotate slightly to bring elbow in. Again, elbow moves out and elbow moves back in. Elbow moves out with outer part of the arm and elbow moves in back with the inner part of the arm. Same idea can be done with the other side. So I will start from the elbow and finish it, and coming back with the elbow again. Elbow and finish it, and I'm going to turn it a little bit to bring elbow back in. And the first exercise, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Always keeping that space in front of you. That's the idea. So just very simple practice, just maintaining your arm and space together. And this is it. Just to summarize what we've done today, the main focus was towards that volume and space that we create in front of our body, pushing belly button in and putting the frame right in front. And all the arm movement will be coming from that. So anything you will be doing, it will always coming from the volume and space, from your frame. Think in this way, in order to create anything, we need space and time. And that's what we try to do with our arms. Don't go into the movement directly right away. It will not work. The arm will not be able to coordinate with everything else. Because the main idea with the arm movement is to create the harmony of whatever we do in the body. Arms will extend, and there is much more expressiveness through it. Yeah? So that's what we're inching towards. But at first, it starts pretty robotic because we want to maintain that volume and frame. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for following. Please do let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to respond to all of them. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be looking forward to see you next week. Every heart can and should dance. Bye now.